Hello, this is Frank Orlando. So today, Custom Closets by Garage Cabinets. Today is the third time that I've applied for a job, and I did it through Indeed, and they said come on in. So I've done it 3 times, and I want to say that I hadn't been told not to come in, but today was kind of rude. There was a lady sitting behind the desk who said some things that are really disturbing. And so yesterday, after my third attempt to contact, there was another company that I went to in Largo that basically made me feel like I was going to get hired. And I went to 2 interviews. In the second interview, they told me to bring in my social security card, driver's license, and I showed them a document to do with that I have a forklift certification. And then after I do all that and they take it, I think I'm going to get hired. Well, we need additional information, and they start having me fill out the application, and then they ask me about workman's comp in their form. Workman's comp, and I googled this up yesterday, is supposedly illegal for them to ask. So I went really hard. I wanted the job. I went back to my former employer, one of my former employers, where I had an incident. Then he doesn't really have it and doesn't want to, not very friendly, like don't ever call back again. And which that eliminates my ability to get a job. And then I look online, and according to Americans with Disability Act, ADA, they're not supposed to be able to act on that. And I don't know, maybe the laws have been changed, but they're not supposed to just sort it out. I can't get those paperworks. That is paperwork that I'm unable to get. So that makes me unemployable to them. They have essentially eliminated me. So this is in 3 times. This lady behind the desk, at first she says, I'm going to call the police on him. Now, they never told me I could not. In my previous times, I went 2 times, and they send a message for me to come in on the 3rd time. Now, this is over 6 months. So after today, after I heard that comment, I cannot come back to this company. I have construction background. I worked for a general contractor called Construction Ventures in Tampa for several years. I was a young man then. I wasn't confident, but I did learn things. As I got older, I built a motorhome and whatever. So I feel I worked for a framing company for a couple of weeks, a trim carpenter company where they were installing tongue and groove. I didn't last long, but I have carpenter experience. So I need a job so bad, but maybe I'm not cut out for it. But I think I have some experience. So she had made some comments. She had to be influenced by somebody because she really doesn't know me. And some of the other comments is that she was going to not just call the police on me, but was also going to notify everybody in the area like I'm a dangerous person because she doesn't want me to work around here. And I guess this is a little hint, that I'm supposed to leave the area, which was kept telling, and that she was going to use my former employers, the names and contacts, and tell them not to have anything to do with me, and vice versa. So this is all information that apparently an employer that I work for, one employer who is really dirty and mean, uses that information and turns everybody against you, so you have to leave the area. That has been suggested to me, but anyhow, I can't get proof of that. But I mean, that's really terrible. So all my former employers are now going to give me bad reference, and basically, even if I move far away, if I use my work history, this employer has decided to turn all my contacts, which you have to have in order to be employed, against you. That's a criminal act. Now, I can't prove that, but basically, she was trying to warn me that it's over for me. They have done things. One of my employers, I believe, did something terrible to me to hurt my mind. But I still believe that I am capable of working, and they will keep trying to insinuate I'm crazy and dangerous, but I am not. I am simply trying to get a job. You cannot make it without a job. I have been unemployed for a long time now, and I desperately want a job. Every day I go out and I look for a job. All right, it's the end of the road unless the police do something. She also brought up about that mechanic shop, which is very disturbing. That mechanic shop owner runs a shop. That is Michelle's Ultimate Auto Care. Did a job that is so horrendous and willfully and knowingly did it so bad that the truck was using oil. I bought a remanufactured engine from Advance Auto Parts, and I paid $2,400 to have that installed. I don't believe it was ever installed. That's a criminal act. I spent $1,000 of my own money on a brake job and did the brakes myself. And 2 weeks later, took a lot of time. I went to a mechanic school, and then I hear the brakes scraping. Also, another issue. When I was forced out of jobs, and I went to check on a place to stay, they had somebody waiting there to tell me to suggest to sell my truck. Then my family tells me that they can't store anything of mine. They'll throw it one of my family members. So there's nothing I can't hang on to my vehicle. I don't understand what's going on, but it seemed like a trap to steal my truck. The whole scenario. Anybody that does anything to do with that guy is a criminal. What he did to me was so horrendous. I can't get the authorities to arrest that guy that I know of. They have not discussed it or done anything to comfort me that I can get justice, because I didn't spend $10,000 at his shop, but I lost $10,000 in that truck in a matter of 6 months, and that is FEMA money that they cost me. I was set up to buy that truck, I believe, through these people have the ability to read my phone and do all kinds of things malicious to set you up and make problems for you. It is a organized crime ring, and maybe he does manipulate people through fear tactics to do what he wants, because he is a professional businessman, but he also resorts to criminal elements, and I am being ruined for the sake of this man and his business. That's it. It's a horrible thing. So basically, they're going to network with all my employees, and every time, listen to me, if you have a phone work history and all your former reference people are told that if they don't do what they ask, they're going to hurt their families or something, then your life is over. I can't get these people to stand with me on stopping this, then I won't be able to be employed. They will do this to more people in the Bay Area. It's a terrible thing. I have really tried really hard to get a job. This is terrible. Do not go to Michelle's Ultimate Auto Care, please. I can't get justice. Nobody will take them to court so I can sue them. They really took advantage of me in a horrible way. And he told me I was going to leave. I'm not going to be here anymore. That man's an evil man. And I'm fighting my hardest to drop this crap so we don't get exploited by businesses that don't do what they pay, what you pay them. I paid him to put a remanufactured engine in that truck. Then they stop me from working. Then they get my truck and I take it to a junkyard, and they probably took it and retitled it and put it back out. They basically have a tactic of stealing a truck legally from you through just undermining you. These are criminals. That's it.